We're with head coach Carolyn Condit after the Red Hawks games at Akron last week. And as we head into the week, heading to Bowling Green, Coach, we'll let you make some comments and thoughts on last weekend's matches and going into this week against the Falcons.
Well, thanks, Angie. It was great to come out with a split with Akron. We met a team head on that was on fire, playing at home for the first time, and they were a very, very nice team, fast offense, experienced setter, and we didn't quite have our ball control and passing like we wanted to, and our connections with our sitters and hitters that first match. And the second match, we got a little bit better, found ourselves. I made some key changes, and I was just real impressed with just the team energy and what we did as a team together. Where we could have backed down, we did not in that last game. And in both sets, as people know, went 5. And we had to really grind for that. And Abigail User came into the lineup and did some nice ball control and setting for us. And every pin hitter just did an outstanding job, to where I probably could have nominated 3 of them at least for, offensive player of the week. It's kind of nice when you have that dilemma. But it shows that we're playing up and down right now and still trying to make up for the practices we didn't have early last semester. But I was very pleased with how we ended, and we outserved him, out-blocked him, out-attacked him, and it's something that we'd like to do this coming weekend at BG, and that's another story.
You talked about making some changes last week. Are these some changes that you're looking to move forward with this week?
Yeah, I am. Of course, I'm open to see who has a great practice week and who's making changes. But we have enough talent to where positions are going to change sometimes, or we move individuals around based on where their strengths are. So we've worked really hard to be a very versatile team. And so it's not always bad if you're out of the lineup for a little bit, if something's happening better for the team. And I can see that happiness with each other and the real teamwork that we have. So I would say some could carry over, but you never know. After the first or second set, you might need to make another change. So I'm just living in the moment.
You talk about that match on Friday and really going down 2 sets, and then the fortitude of the team to really start hitting very well in those 3rd and 4th sets. Talk a little bit about the momentum and some of those highlights from that match.
Yeah, well, between Mo and Gail, they ended up finding both antennas really well. And both our right sides just had their best matches they've had, and they've had a lot of great matches. Junior and a senior there. Sarah Wojcik was our high hitter. So Sophie did a great job along with her. Plus they were setting good blocks, and that part of the court was outstanding. And then on the other side, Gabby Harper continues to be incredible work ethic hitter, and just turned bad balls good, and did some nice shots down the line, and just had a nice mix of shots for us with her ball control in the match. And Lindsay Taylor actually stepped into that match and did some nice hitting, and she ended up being one of our high diggers and center back. She showed us a defensive clinic as a sophomore. She's come such a long way in a year that we're very excited about her. So, and the setters were just solid. The 2 that we had in at that point were just very solid. And I was so impressed with the serving, because we ended up having 10 aces and only 3 errors. And that's really a great serving game in Division I with the velocity we have on the ball. So can't say enough about it, but we have to forget that, except for the good stuff, and just move right into preparation, because we have 3 days to do that.
To go back to last week one more time, the block was really strong last week, particularly on Thursday night, and a lot of younger athletes really stepping up for you. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I credit my assistant coaches. Tanya does a great job training our blockers, and Mike does a great job preparing them for the strategies and what we're going to see with tendencies of, for instance, Bowling Green hitters this weekend and this week coming up. And that preparation gives them a lot of confidence. And we'll work a lot on where the eyes are at the right time. The vision for a blocker has to be soft, in that you can move quickly with your eyes and then respond to it with how fast you jump. So the quicker the offense, the quicker your hands have to be over the net. And we were pleased with how we handled that. We've seen 2 weekends of fast offenses, and we might see a little bit more ahead. So I think we're off to a good understanding of what it takes to beat the fast offense teams, or to be very close to them and then pull it out.
Tell us about Bowling Green coming up this weekend, Coach. What do you expect by going to Bowling Green to see the Falcons?
Going up to Bowling Green, I think right now they're proven to be one of the most solid teams in the conference. I really always like Daniela's teams. They're well coached. They're good ball control. She always has a couple international players that are just very good and just have their own style of play. They're very aggressive. I know she has a returning middle that I think is one of the best middles in the conference, and a sophomore that I think is playing the right pin that looks pretty good, as well as another left side. I'm trying to remember her name, maybe Katie Meyer, is a returning. I think she's a senior this year. So they have good experience, a couple young kids on the court like we do. So I expect it to be a war, and the ball control and staying in system is going to make a big difference and how well we can block them, because they have some really nice hitters that can put different shots at you and score.